Tell me about the enemies in your life. No, not the taxmen or the bill collectors. Everyone deals with them. And I don't mean pain and distress, health issues, family problems, or financial uncertainty. Most folks know I can relate to all those things. This is not about your job either. A lot of us get up every morning wondering if we have the strength to put our nose to the grindstone again. See, we all struggle in that space from time to time. I'm talking about people, the folks that you don't like, who attack you, those who put you down and conspire against you. I'm talking about people who disagree with you at every available opportunity and who basically wish you weren't even a blip on their radar screen. I'm talking about those kinds of adversaries or enemies. What, you don't have any? And what's wrong with you? I mean, in conversations I've had with several people lately, we've talked about the issue of adversaries or enemies. I didn't bring up the subject, they did. And those chats went something like this. General discussions about national affairs gradually got more personal. And of course, somewhere along the line, they told me that they aren't at odds with anyone. As far as they see it, nobody's got any issues with them. What bothers me is that they seem proud of that. They feel it's some sort of badge of honor, a sign that they're getting along or doing something right. I'm sorry, but excuse me while I barf. Our world today doesn't need any more fish that swim downstream. No, it needs live, vigorous, determined fish who swim upstream. The world needs more fish who will battle the currents, bounce off the rocks, and assume the risk and challenges of standing apart. Look, I'm not a fish and nor are you, but the analogy applies. Our times urgently need people who will stand for virtue, speak the truth, and not endorse politically correct opinions. Said another way, the world needs people who are willing to earn enemies, even fierce ones. Now listen to this poet, Charles Mackay, a 19th century Scottish poet. You have no enemies, you say. Alas, my friend, the boast is poor. He who has mingled in the fray duty, that brave endure, must have made foes. If you have none, small is the work that you have done. You've hit no traitor on the hip. You've dashed no cup from the perjured lip. You never turned the wrong to right. You've been a coward in the fight. See, I'm not clear if that's the whole poem or part of it, but it's enough to make the essential point. If one has no enemies, then one has not stood for anything or anyone, and they're a coward. That's nothing to be proud of. Take a look around. Our world is being ripped apart by unprincipled people. They're not concerned about law and order, and for them, the end justifies the means. Their corruption is marked by activism fueled by ignorance and confidence. They're determined to speak their mind, but what about the rest of us? Speaking as a believer in Jesus Christ, I am mostly concerned with those who claim to be of the Christian faith. Many of those gather each Sunday preoccupied with being seeker-friendly. They mostly dismiss the fact that people who have chosen darkness rather than light, John 3:19, are often at odds with or even hostile to the truth. Why? Jesus himself said we should expect the world to hate us and to hate the things we stand for and support because it first hated him, John 15:18-20. Several conclusions can be made there. At first, if the lawless group of the world has no bone to pick with you, if they feel you've got a lot in common with them, then you're not standing for the truth. Second, it's not possible to do what's right and avoid earning enemies. You cannot have it both ways. In the same way, you cannot run around with skunks without smelling like one. You cannot be a pioneer for truth without receiving arrows. And third, that whole badge of honor thing. It's really about earning enemies the right way. While we are instructed to be at peace with everyone if it's within our means to be so, in Romans 28:18, this is no instruction to sidestep our responsibility to stand up for the truth. It is to our gain when we do the right thing the right way for the right reasons, Luke 6:22. So the basic point is this: to be right with God has often meant to be wrong with man. When we demonstrate a right relationship with God, when we properly say the things that need to be said, when we stand up for law and order, when we expose the deeds of darkness, and when we demand justice, we will become a target. That's just the way it is. There's no way around it, and if you don't have any enemies, you've got a problem. And thank you for listening. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, God bless you and your families. Thank you.